Just leaving Juniper 61. Nice little quaint restaurant in Wauwatosa. This is where I currently am right now. Heading out to the Midwest Gaming Classic. It's in Brookfield, Wisconsin right now. Oh, it's always been there. It's been a kind of a staple for the gaming community here for quite a while. I don't know how long it's been here, but I know I've been going there pretty much every first weekend of April for the last like 5 years. There's a lot of cool little spots here. Tosa's a nice area. I should say Wauwatosa. Tosa's the short name, the nickname we give it. A lot of cool little small town spots here. And that's our biking service, Bubbler. For those of you that are unaware, in Wisconsin we call drinking fountains bubblers. One of the reasons I heard why we call them bubblers is that the Kohler company, which is based up in Kohler, Wisconsin, they make toilets. And they made the first water fountain, and it was made by someone with the last name Bubbler, I believe. So naturally it got the nickname Bubbler. And I think we're the only state that calls it that. So Midwest Gaming Classic is basically a convention of sorts where people bring old school arcade games, pinball games, TVs with a bunch of old systems, you know, going back to the Odyssey, even like the old Apple computers. And it's basically a celebration of video games, old and new. A lot of people do come there with a lot of cool, interesting tech. I think last year Oculus Rift brought, or some people that had an Oculus Rift, one of their tech demos, brought their VR headset in for people to try out. Nintendo's there. They have a bunch of reps there where they give away a bunch of cool stuff. You know, there's various video game bars or arcade bars that come out with promotional material. I mean, it's basically just like a big celebration of almost everything gaming, old and new. There's vendors there. You could buy old classic games, new games, memorabilia. There's this guy there that's been coming there every year for the past few years. He sells like little sticker decals that are video game themed. Really cool, high quality stuff. Anybody that rides a cruiser, do you guys do that? At intersections, you just give a little pump of the throttle just to hear that engine noise. Maybe that's not a cruiser bike thing. Maybe that's a sport bike thing too, but I love the way my bike sounds. And I just love to give that little throttle pump. Yeah, the one thing you got to be careful about for you Vulcan owners is right here. If you take the baffles off your bike, you don't have that heat shield to protect your legs from getting burnt. And this is really hot. So watch your legs. Especially if you're at a stoplight and your feet are down. So every time I go to Midwest Gaming Classic, I always buy stuff I probably don't need, but it's cool to have. Some cool memorabilia, some cool posters. I'm a video game collector too, so I collect old games. So there'll always be some old game that's on my list that I want, that I'll pick up there and pay way too much money for it. You could even like go to this place and buy arcade games and pinball machines. Pinball machines are super expensive. Couple grand. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts in it, so I get it. But sweet Jesus. Like, if you're interested in collecting pinball machines, just be prepared to spend a couple grand on a good one. You could buy arcade games for a couple hundred or even a grand if it's a high in demand one. You know, if you're going to buy an arcade game like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, obviously those are in high demand. Or a 4-player game like Ninja Turtles or The Simpsons, X-Men, those are in high demand. So people are selling those for an astronomical amount of money. And it's not like anybody could just buy one. I mean, you got to have the room for them. You got to have a decent sized basement where you could take up a lot of space. So you could feasibly go to the Midwest Gaming Classic and walk out with an arcade machine. Granted, you have the means to take it home. I obviously am not going to be buying an arcade machine today because I am taking the bike. Although I could very well come back and get my pickup truck. The options are on the table. Not going to make any guarantees. Who knows? It's got to be a pretty damn good deal. So we'll see what the Midwest Gaming Classic brings. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff there. There's a couple vendors that I want to check out. There's going to be some people there. There's going to be some video game celebrities, I guess. I mean, these are people I've never heard of, but for those of you that played the Mortal Kombat games way back, when they use like actual actors in the game, some of those actors are going to be there. Like the guy that played Shang Tsung in the first Mortal Kombat, he's going to be here. And he's an MD. He's a doctor. It's crazy. Everyone's got to make their money somehow. So it's going to be cool. It's at a hotel. And it's pretty much hip to mushroom tip throughout the entirety of it. Wow, look at this parking lot. You can see the vendor hall. It's like a big tent. Every year the vendors get more and more plentiful. Every year more and more vendors come, so they have to actually move them outside. It's crazy. And good thing the weather's really nice today. They probably don't have motorcycle parking here. Easy, killer. Watch your butts. All right, man, let's see what they got to offer in here. Well, that was hell of a show. A lot of people there, as you saw in the video. Butthole the belly button. Gotta get some gas. So one nice thing about having a motorcycle is quick in and out of a gas station. So yeah, if you're a gamer of any type, whether it be casual or hardcore, I totally think it's worth checking out. I mean, you even saw the music that was playing. I mean, that's pretty cool. There's just a lot to see. Otherwise, hey, if you like what you see, I give you the option to hit the like button and to hit the subscribe button if you want. If you don't, that's okay as well. Otherwise, keep it between the ditches.